Minnesota's race for the United States Senate was supposed to be a predictable battle between two familiar wings of the Democratic Party. On one side stood Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, a progressive favorite with strong support from grassroots activists. On the other was Congresswoman Angie Craig, a moderate Democrat known for working across the aisle and winning tough suburban districts. But then everything changed. A series of controversial immigration enforcement actions rocked Minnesota, transforming what was once a routine political contest into one of the most closely watched Democratic primaries in America. And now, voters are asking a much bigger question. What should the Democratic Party stand for in 2026? At the Minnesota Democratic Farmer-Labor Party convention in Rochester, hundreds of delegates gathered to help shape the party's future. Among them was Molad Muhammad, a first-time delegate from St. Paul. When asked who he supported in the Senate race, his answer came immediately. Peggy. For Muhammad and many others, the race is no longer simply about policy differences. It's about who showed up during a difficult moment for immigrant communities. According to supporters, Flanagan spent months meeting with local organizations and activists as tensions surrounding immigration enforcement grew. Many voters say those efforts created a deep personal connection that Craig has struggled to match. Meanwhile, Craig's past votes on immigration issues have become a major source of criticism. Opponents argue those votes helped create political conditions that angered many Democratic voters, while Craig has since expressed regret over some of her decisions. What once looked like a debate about electability and political strategy has quickly become a debate about values, trust, and leadership. The shift has energized Democratic activists across Minnesota. Convention organizers reported an unusually large number of first-time participants, suggesting that many voters who previously stayed on the sidelines are now becoming politically active. Online, reactions have been intense. Some Democrats argue the party must embrace more progressive voices to respond to the current political climate. Others believe moderates like Craig remain the best path to winning competitive elections. The divide reflects a larger national conversation happening inside the Democratic Party. Perhaps the most powerful moments of this campaign haven't happened on debate stages or television interviews. They've happened in community meetings, local gatherings, and conversations between neighbors trying to make sense of a rapidly changing political landscape. For many voters, the question isn't simply who can win. It's who truly understands what their communities have experienced. That emotional connection has become one of the defining themes of this race. With months still remaining before voters cast their ballots, Minnesota's Senate primary is becoming much more than a state election. It's turning into a national test of where the Democratic Party is headed next. Will voters choose a candidate focused on progressive activism and grassroots engagement? Or will they back a moderate who argues that broad appeal is still the key to victory? One thing is certain. What began as a typical Senate race has evolved into a political showdown that could help define the future of the Democratic Party.